Hello, good day everyone. Welcome to the 8th week of your lesson in the subject Salaries and Wage Management. And for this week, we will talk on management incentives. So management incentives, and for your learning objectives, you are expected to do the following at the end of the lesson. Okay, first, demonstrate the different analysis in designing management incentives. And then second, define the monetary rewards as motivators. So, management incentives, what is this all about? So, first of all, take note that the characteristics of professional and managerial employees are different from those of factory employees or other blue-collar jobs. So when we say managerial and professional employees, we are referring to employees such as scientists, engineers, managers, supervisors. Okay, those who are in the corporate world, those who are working in the bank industry, hospitality industry, in the offices or in the agencies of the government. All right. So we have characteristics, or there are characteristics of professional and managerial employees compared to those who are not. Okay? Yung katulad ng binanggit ko kanina, compared sa mga factory workers at saka yung mga workers or employees who are more on the manual nature of work. Okay, so for these professional and managerial employees, they are expected to be highly intelligent. Okay, their job requires them to be highly intelligent. Why? Because the nature of their job requires them to do more mental activities. Okay, nag-iisip, nagplano, nag-organize, nagmamanage, okay, and so on and so forth. So, alam na ninyo kung ano yung trabaho ng mga managers, supervisors, office workers, those who are in the bank, those who are in the offices, right? And then, another one, they have an analytical frame of mind and a preference for deductive reasoning. So they have these critical skills, right? They are equipped to analyze things and to reason out, okay? And they are more creative and imaginative than others when they work in groups. Right? More creative and imaginative than others. It requires them, kaya nga it's the first kanina yung ito, highly intelligent na characteristics. It really requires them mental activities. Okay, yun yung nature ng kanilang job. And they are usually both independent and self-conscious. Okay? They work independently. They can work independently. Okay, and they are conscious of themselves, of their job responsibilities, of their deadlines, of their outputs, right? And then fifth, they are also idea and thought oriented. So they tend to do more thinking, think rather than people-oriented. Okay? So, they are idea and thought-oriented rather than people-oriented. Especially with managers and supervisors or mga big bosses of companies. Yun, nandun lang sila most of the time, karamihan sa kanila nakakulong sa kanilang opisina because that's what they are doing. Planning, okay? Thinking of things to make the company prosper further, kung ano yung mga initiatives na pwede nilang gawin, okay, to develop the company, for the progress of the company, para lumago yung business, yung mga ganong thoughts and ideas ang tumatakbo sa isip nila. So, they are not more on interacting with clients kasi syempre may mga empleyado sila na for that task or responsibility. And then, by and large, these professionals or these professional and managerial employees economically are advanced to the point where income is valued not only for its purchasing power but also for the status it confers and the recognition it implies. So these kind of employees are more on the economic uh, advancement of not only for the company, okay, not only for the capital, okay, to be used by the organization or the company, but it is also for prestige, okay, for status. Diba yung, gustong mataas ang sweldo, gustong magpayaman. Ito yung mga kinds. Ito yung mga, dito sila nakakategorize. Okay? They are more on focused or they are more concerned on the economic side of their job, of their profession. Okay? So, yun sila. And then we have, unlike halimbawa, yung binanggit kanina na factory worker, yung factory worker parang he's doing the job para may maiuwi siya sa kanyang pamilya na para may makaraos sa pang-araw-araw na pangangailangan o sa pang-araw-araw na buhay. Ganun yung mindset ng mga, let's say, factory workers and other employees who have that kind of job. Whereas for professional and managerial employees, it's not. It's like they want to expand more. They want to grow more their money. Okay, so if they are more on the economic advancement, economic development, not only for the company but for themselves as well. And then these kind of employees are highly mobile. Okay, highly mobile does not mean na biyahe ng biyahe. No. They parang busy. Okay, they are very busy. They go on meetings. They go and attend meetings, seminar, conferences that are related, okay, to make the company prosper more. It is for yung mga dinadaluhan nila, mga seminars, most of the time, mga conferences, mga forums are related, okay, on how to make or on how to grow a company economically and so on and so forth. Yun, they are highly mobile, mga busy tao, hindi lang sa loob ng kumpanya, pati rin sa labas. They have to attend meetings with their potential business partners, potential investors, mga ganyan. Alright, or big clients, okay? So, these are the characteristics of professional and managerial employees. So, and we go to the designing management incentives. So, how is management incentives designed? Okay. So, any company which seeks to make incentive plans work must take into account the following. So, any company which seeks to make incentive plans work must take into account the following. By the way, designing management incentives, properly designed and implemented management incentive plans are self-funding. So, meaning They require greater individual initiative, innovation, and efficiency. That is why a company which seeks to make incentive plans work must take consideration of the following: the cost and benefit analysis of the incentive plan. Okay, so a successful management incentive plan must generate increases in company profits greater than the cost of the rewards and the expense of maintaining the plan. So if you want to give incentives to your employees, right, or those employees with managerial and professional positions, you should consider not only the cost of the incentives that you give, but at the same time, um, consider also how to generate profits. Okay, so you give incentives. So if you think of that only, or if you consider that only, then bigay ka na lang bigay. If you are the boss, for instance, bigay ka na lang ng bigay without considering kung paano ka naman kumita ng mas malaki. So magiging zero balance na when it comes to yung mga salary, sa incentives, sa mga bonuses na ibibigay mo, magkakaroon na ng negative balance, di ba? So if you want to give or increase incentives or give rewards or bonuses, meron kang, kapag may kinuha ka, dapat mas may papalit doon sa pera na nailabas. May papalit dapat na mas malaki. Okay, yun ang ibig sabihin nun. And then we have company analysis. So, I would like to add also, number 1, for the cost or benefit analysis. So, company, before venturing into such a plan, meaning incentive plans, okay, must direct its attention towards estimating the additional earnings that would be realized, which then must subsequently be compared with the cost of rewards, administration of the plan, etc. Okay, so at the same time, it should not ignore intangible rewards that a company is bound to reap, such as higher levels of morale, job satisfaction, improved communication, and better employee-employer relationship, right? So number 2, company analysis. So for this company analysis, there is no incentive plan tailored cut to suit the needs of every company. Any such plan must always be based on a thorough analysis of company operations, personnel, and finances. The analysis should take into account such factors as current market share, sales growth, profit improvement, the additional costs necessary to attain company goals, and the need to attract and retain competent management personnel, as well as overall organizational development. Or in other words, there is no fixed, okay, or there is no tailored cut method of incentive plans. So, depende yan. Kaya ang company, if it has to make incentive plans for its managerial and professional employees, he or the company needs to analyze. Okay, needs to analyze. Pag sinabing company, yung mga bosses, of course. Okay, the administration together with the sa finance department. Okay, yung mga involved sa money and cash. So they have to, the people there have to analyze the most fitted method or way of giving incentive plans. So they have to go thoroughly to an analysis of about the company operations, personnel, and finances also of the company. Hindi lang yung, kailangan magtaas ng ganito. Okay? So, wala na, basta maglabas na lang pera. Hindi rin. Kaya, if you notice, companies do not have the same bonuses, rewards, incentives, and even salaries, basic salaries that they are giving to their employees. Kasi depende yan sa status, kung ano yung situation ng company, kung ilan yung employees doon, alright, kung ano yung mga, kung magkano ang pumapasok ng pera, tsaka yung expenses nila sa operations. So, yun. Nagkaroon ang isang kumpanya bago siya magbigay ng incentives, magkaroon siya ng or gumawa siya ng company analysis. And then we have participation. Okay? Participation means the coverage of the plan must be clearly delineated. That is, it is limited only to those managers who directly and significantly affect company performance. And of course, choose who really are the employees to be given these incentives. Okay, yung talagang may direct participation sa mga trabahong yan, managerial or professional nature of jobs. Okay? And then plan structure is to make the incentive plan a success. The structure must be made simple, easy to understand, and implement. Simplicity may be judged on the ease of determining whether managers themselves can easily calculate the rewards on the basis of given performance levels and bonuses. So, there should be a structured plan in your incentive plans. Okay, yung madaling maintindihan ng mga employee na makakatanggap nito. Okay, remember that incentives are not decided. Okay, are decided. Giving incentives and rewards are decided by the company. Okay, it is not. Kaya nakadepende yon sa boss, nakadepende yun sa mga authorities ng company. So, parang kumbaga ito is mga gift, diba? Gift of maybe appreciation sa performance ng isang empleyado, o kaya isa na ibigay niya na output, very excellent, na please yung kanyang boss, ayun, bibigyan siya ng incentive. So, it should be a structured plan for the employee to easily understand it. Alright? Another one is substantial rewards. So, substantial rewards, the rewards offered under the incentive plan must be fairly substantial. Otherwise, managers may not even give it a thought. So, substantial rewards, it should be very important, okay? At saka nararapat, right? Otherwise, kung hindi nararapat yung rewards, wala rin, parang nagbigay lang isang company ng pambili ng 1 kilong asukal, isang boteng toyo, yung tipong ganon. So, it should be a reward na substantial na ma-appreciate ng makakatanggap na employee. And then we have sharing rate. The maximum amount that any one manager can earn should be open-minded, but based upon a percentage of the total profits that will be paid off. Okay, so sharing rate. Depende kung magkano yung profit na na-generate ng company. So, yun ang magiging sharing rate or the amount of the incentive or rewards that is to be given to the employee. And then, no bonus zone. No bonus zone, it's for the purposes of stressing emphasis on superior performance. No reward shall be given for marginal improvement. Thus, for performance that does not reach a predetermined threshold, no bonus is paid. And then we have 8 payout provisions. The matter of payment of rewards should also be clearly spelled out. Receipt of incentive rewards on a deferred basis, unless requested by managers for tax purposes, could defeat the very purpose for which the plan has been instituted. Okay? It may make managers lose enthusiasm on their job instead of exerting greater effort towards increasing levels of productivity. So when you give incentives, okay, yung resibo ay dapat ma-defer mo na. So wag gumawa ng resibo. So probably para hindi mas mabigat, siguro is sabihin na lang na it's for the purposes of tax, okay, for tax purposes. Okay? Nang sa gayon is hindi naman yung parang incentive na nga tapos resibuhan ka pa. Yung mga tipong ganong pakiramdam kapag natanggap ng employee. Okay? And then, last is emphasis on long-term results. So, every incentive plan must be anchored on long-term company growth and profitability must be its sole basis. So, if a company tries to make an incentive plan, it should be a long-term, okay, incentive plan that could also promote growth and profitability in the company. So it is an incentive plan, but at the same time, it should promote also growth and profitability in the company. Okay, so that is for designing management incentives. So, why is it that incentives, rewards, bonuses, apart from the wages and salaries, okay, is important? Okay, yung cash. Why? Because monetary rewards serve as motivators for the employees. So, take note that our lesson, or remember that our lesson is on, we are focused on the management incentives. Okay, it is an incentive for professional and management employees of a company. So, tignan nyo kahit malalaki ang sahod nila, they need motivators also, okay, to keep them going, to keep them inspired in their work, okay, they need motivators, and one of these motivators is cash or monetary reward. So why is it necessary, or why is monetary reward important for employees? Okay. Bakit kaya? But then, for companies, monetary rewards to motivate managers to greater performance, these conditions must exist. Okay, there are conditions, okay, for in giving monetary rewards as a motivator to managers. Okay, so number one is management incentive plans must generate an increase in profits greater than the cost of the rewards. Yung para rin kanina, so yung incentive plan should not make the company loss, okay, but rather it should also encourage, or it should also make an increase in profits, okay? Profits na mas malaki kaysa sa yung mailalabas na amount ng incentives or rewards. And then companies must accept the philosophy that performance should be rewarded. Yes, companies, performance, every performance, maliit o malaki man yan, okay, ng inyong empleyado, Okay, the managers and the professional employees should be rewarded. Bakit ko binabanggit yung manager and professional employees dito? Kasi yun yung topic natin eh. This also applies kahit yung mga nasa mga mas mababang rank or positions. And then management or shareholders cannot be threatened by the possibility that other managers will earn more. So, hindi pwede sabihin ng isang company na, oh, yung si ganito, oh, mas malaki ang makukuha niya, mga ganon. Do not ever threat. Do not ever make a threat, okay, to the employee. Managers must put a high value on money. And then number 5, money must be tied to performance. So the monetary reward should be equal to the performance the employee has rendered. And then number 6, managers must perceive that as their efforts increase, performance will increase accordingly. Okay, so efforts increase. Greater responsibility, greater effort. Therefore, you are expected to deliver a greater performance. And then 7th, managers must perceive a high probability of achieving rewards. So if that's so, di ba, o magkakaroon ng greater responsibility. So greater responsibility should result to greater performance. Siyempre, mas malaki yung responsibility, mas marami kang trabahong gagawin, mas mabibigat, kaya magkakaroon ka rin ng mas greater or greater na performance. Siyempre, pag may greater performance ka, there is a high possibility or probability na magiging mataas din yung reward na matatanggap mo. Okay. So, management incentive plans can greatly improve company profitability. Okay? But they must be expertly drafted and applied. Yung katulad ng sinasabi ko kanina, if the company plans to give incentives, it should have a structured and long-term incentive plan that will also encourage or will also attract greater profitability for the company. Nang sa gayon, para naman magiging maglalabas yung company ng pera for incentives, wala namang mas malaking profit na pumapasok, ano yun, di magkakaroon na ng negative funds or negative capital ang kumpanya. Okay? So, we have this what we call deferred benefit payments. Deferred means parang na-hold. Okay, parang suspended, parang ganon. Deferred benefit payments. So, deferred benefit payments or deferred plans are intended as a device for retirement planning. It is also used as a means of tax avoidance for both current income and estate taxes. So, typically, okay, an executive or business manager enjoying high salaries where possible would defer as much current income as necessary to, parang ito, wait, parang ganun, on hold muna, okay, yung income or benefit payments. Why? To lower the present tax bracket to a reasonable rate. Para mas mababang tax na babayaran. Okay? Mas mababang tax na babayaran while maintaining his present standard of living. And then, build a retirement fund by providing, including 50 to 90% of salary at the time of retirement. So, such plans are used by businesses designed to attract and hold key executives and managers. Yeah, some companies ganito yung strategy nila to keep their executives and managers. Nagkakaroon ng mga deferred benefit payments. Hindi ibig sabihin na yung hindi babayaran. Parang i-hold, hindi, tama kaya ito, hindi i-reflect. Okay. Sa gastusin ng kumpanya, okay, para mas maliit ang babayaran ng employee at ng company. So it all can also provide them with sheltered investments and ensure financial security. So pag nag-retire na yung empleyado, meron siyang inaasahan na makukuha benefit payments na makukuha from the company. Alright, so that ends our discussion for this week on the 8th week of your lesson in salaries and wage management. And for your requirement, there is a case study. Okay, yun yung activity ninyo na nasa module ninyo. It is a case study. So if you have any questions and if you want to seek clarification, feel free to come to school. You are welcome in school, provided you observe the COVID-19 protocols, of course, and provided it is you are not prohibited to uh, come out from your home. So that's our discussion for this week. And like what I was saying a while ago, um, if you have questions and if you want to clarify things, come to school, okay? Or if you cannot, we have our GC, you have my number to call or to text, okay? So that's it for this week. God bless and stay safe, everyone. Stay healthy, all right? Okay.